So the Hasbro team kind of did a thing, and we're going to deep dive and talk more about it. Let's get right into it. So the Hasbro team, more importantly, the Haslab team has gone and done something very interesting. Now, I'm sure if you're into toy collecting, you've already heard a lot of details about this, but I wanted to make sure I got my own opinions out about this while it's still a news story. I already talked about this for a little bit on my live stream that I do every Sunday night at 11:30. It's called the Late Night G.I. Joe and Transformers stream. Anyways, I talked about it in depth, but I wanted to make a long form video for the channel to go over what we're talking about here. Now, of course, I'm talking about none other than the recent announcement at New York Comic Con that Haslab has released a Tron Haslab campaign. And actually, before we get into it, if you like what you're doing here on the channel, think about hitting that like button as well, hitting that subscribe button. We do really appreciate your support, and let's get right into the story. I think a lot of people are concerned. They think the Haslab team doesn't know what they're up to. So they give you the super quick rundown. There's a promotional video, of course, that was released at New York Comic Con, and it's related to an upcoming Haslab Tron set. And basically this includes 5 characters and 2 light cycles from the original Tron movie from the 80s. Of course, Disney has a new Tron movie hitting the theater at the same time. One could say they might be related. So you've got 5 characters, 2 light cycles, and a display stand for the low price of $260 American. Wow. I don't know who came up with this, and I don't know what's going to happen. I'll be honest with you, I think heads may roll, and I think somebody might lose their job over this. As of the filming of this video, this campaign is asking for 10,000 backers with no stretch goals, and currently they are barely cracking 1,000 backers like 5, 6, 7 days into this offering. As we all know, history has taught us that majority of the people that are going to be interested in backing your campaign, your Haslab, come into the beginning, and then you have to try to get to the end. The fact that they have 1,000 out of 10,000 pretty much shows you that this Haslab is dead on arrival. So within the community, there's a lot of speculation going around that this might have been a contractual requirement of some sort, maybe in an agreement between Hasbro and Disney. But I don't know, guys. I don't know whoever came up with this price point. Like they were shooting for the moon that this was going to be a premium item. Let's be real. Let's step out of this for a second. The product they've shown is top notch. It looks amazing. The 5 figures look great. It comes with a bunch of accessories. It comes with 2 light cycles. Now the stand is a little ho-hum, but Haslab has this thing where they like to include stands. But anyways, that's another thing. Transformers are like that. But anyways, the actual product offering is not that bad. It's actually pretty good. It looks like a premium product. But the fact is, this is way too much of a premium product. Like this thing, I think personally should have sold max 129, 149, maybe pushing it. At 260, this is just boom, out of this world. Do these people realize the world we're living in now, where people are literally living like paycheck to paycheck? There's inflation, there's all kinds of stuff happening, and they want $260. 10,000 people to pay $260 for this thing. It is insane. At this point, I'm wondering if at some point Hasbro decides just to pull it. Just to pull the thing, avoid the embarrassment, pretend it didn't exist, and sweep it underneath the rug, and just maybe repackage it, take out the stand maybe or something if that's throwing you over budget, and then like just send it to Disney World or Disneyland California and just like sell it in their stores for like $129. I don't know what they're thinking. This is absolutely bonkers. Now, of course, there's kind of like a double-edged sword, like a second side to the story. Now, you got this Haslab, you've got this offering, but Hasbro has kind of revitalized their interest in the 3 3/4 inch line. That's with their new Hasbro 375 branding or whatever. And this is very interesting because I'm actually working on a video for the channel where I think Hasbro has done a very good active job of killing the G.I. Joe 3 3/4 line, and that's another story for another day. But I find it very interesting that they're trying to revitalize this line, because it's great for world building. Yeah, of course, we already knew it was great for world building. offering. That's why we have like years and years of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, and we asked you to bring it back, but you wouldn't because you are more focused on G.I. Joe Classified. Now, I love G.I. Joe Classified, but there's no reason they could have both existed at the same time. G.I. Joe Classified is just a rehash, majority of it, from nostalgia of A Real American Hero. So, I mean, they could have, both of them could have existed at the same time, and we'll talk about that in another video, but it's very interesting that they're so interested in 375 right now, but they're kind of killing it. They're killing it in the wrong way. They've got this Tron offering that is going to go nowhere, and a lot of people think that this Tron offering is possibly like the first thing that kind of kicked us off, but you may remember last year they had a Ghostbuster set, similar thing, which was for the Ghostbusters in an O-ring style 3 3/4 inch figure. I mean, it looked pretty cool, but I mean, I'm curious how far they went as well, because during Prime Days recently, they actually had these on sale on Amazon for $29 American for the set of 4. So I mean, maybe they weren't hot sellers. I almost bought them, but then I stepped back and I was like, well, you know, it doesn't really fit with my G.I. Joes. I don't really have any other 3 3/4 line stuff, so I'm like, it's cool, but I don't really need it. And I think this is where this Tron offering is coming in as well. I think people are like, wow, that's pretty cool, but I don't want it for that price, and it doesn't really fit with my collection. So is this what Hasbro is going to do now? Are they going to basically build out this 3 3/4 world building line and just have like different pop culture items just made in this 3 3/4 line, and hopefully one sticks or people just want to buy them all? Because I don't know if that's really going to work. And also, now on a side note as well, I watched a video by It's Chad on this topic as well before while I was doing mine, and the thing is, he had mentioned this idea that he had heard at Hasbro they are looking at this figure subscription service, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not interested in any kind of figure subscription service from Hasbro without a lot of details laid out, and even then I'm assuming that's going to be crazy expensive or whatever. I know people bought them years ago, the G.I. Joe figures, the modern day ones, and those figures are really expensive. They go for $60, $80, $100 each right now, so they're off the market for me. But I mean, I don't know if I would be interested in doing like some kind of like, because we're not even talking G.I. Joe here, we're talking like 3 3/4, like it could be any kind of pop culture thing. Like, I don't know if we're really talking G.I. Joe, so I mean, there's a lot of details to come out, but personally, I know I wouldn't be interested in any kind of like yearly figure subscription service that offered like 12 or 13 figures a year. I don't know, that's a big commitment, and I don't know in today's market if you're going to get the buy-in that you would need to produce those. I feel like that's something they might start and then they might cancel it. The purpose of this video was to get my feelings out about this Tron Haslab offering, and I don't understand where this came from. I don't understand why it got put to market. I can't believe they went forward with it. Like, I really do feel like that this is going so bad, somebody at Hasbro or the Haslab team might lose their job, the marketing people, that they thought this was a good idea. Or maybe it's just all on Disney, but I mean, it is going horribly. Like, we've seen some bad Haslabs in the past where they are slow burns, but this is insane. This is next level horrible. And you know what? The other thing too is that Hasbro did sort of kick off this interest in the 375 again, but I think this is a horrible start to it. I don't know if this needs to go back to the drawing boards. And my question is, what was your big seller? It was G.I. Joe, and G.I. Joe's nowhere to be found. How come G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, or some inkling or some version of G.I. Joe hasn't been introduced as one of your lead flagship projects for this new Hasbro 375? I don't know who's running the people at Hasbro. I don't know what they're doing, but it makes me very concerned for the future. Like, I don't know if this Tron set was like maybe late to the market, like they didn't get it done in time or something, like, because it seems weird that the Tron movie, the Tron Ares movie came out and then this basically released the same time. Like, this is not going well. This is not gonna go well. And this easily could have been a smaller launch at retail, but maybe like lead up to the Tron movie. You know, it's very 80s. The 80s Tron has nothing to do with the Tron Ares movie. So it's like, it's a bad connection here, and I don't really understand what Disney or Hasbro was trying to do, and I think it's going to end very, very badly. Like I said earlier in the video, I would be surprised if Hasbro just pulls the rug on this, sweeps it underneath the corner, and just moves on. So you know what? Let me know your opinions. Are you interested in continuing a 375 line of either G.I. Joe or just random pop culture material? I don't know how it's going to go in the future. Are you interested in a figure subscription service that I guess maybe G.I. Joe based? I don't know how you feel about that. I don't know. Let me know. Are you going to back the Tron backing? How about that one? Let me know the answers to some of these questions in the comments below as well. Thanks for watching the video. And you know what? While you're here, maybe you stick around and watch this video right here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.